This is an update video to my Hunter macros for Classic WoW. This is still a work in progress and I'll for sure have more updates, but I've made so many changes already that I wanted to make this update video to make sure everyone got the right macros. So first up, /cast Auto Shot works pretty great now, but it will play the animation and sound every time that you hit it. Don't worry, it's not going to interrupt your auto shot, but it is pretty ridiculous. I've had to update all the trap macros. I haven't fully tested them myself, but I've been working with you guys in the comments to fix the problems. I really appreciate all the feedback, guys. It makes it a lot easier to fix everything. The problem with the trap macro, I think, was that if you put it in this format, because there's an implied no combat condition before freezing trap, it'll trigger even when your pet is in combat, even if you aren't. So even if you could use freezing trap, your pet being in combat is preventing the macro from realizing it. So the solution is to simply put freezing trap on its own line before feign death. It's going to take 2 button presses no matter what you do, so this is a great workaround. If you follow my videos, you'll know that I've updated my targeting. I've changed this in all of my macros, even for my Hunter, so I'll have a link in the description with all the updates, so don't worry guys, you'll be able to get all that. I've also removed target enemy from multi-shot and arcane shot. I plan on only using targeting on aim shot, auto shot, and Hunter's Mark. With help from you guys in the comments, I did create a 1-button feed pet macro for Classic. I have this set to haunch of meat, but you can set it to any food that you have. I have made a few updates to the macro though. I've added these conditions here because it helps prevent you from eating the food yourself on accident if you press the button when your pet isn't out. There was a bug with revive pet on my pet control macro. The old version only works when your pet is out and dead. If the pet dies and then despawns, the macro can't check for it to be dead. So my current workaround, think of it as a beta version, it could have some serious flaws. Essentially, it just casts revive pet if you have no pet when pressing shift. So far it's worked pretty great because if your pet isn't dead, you simply get a speech error. I have gotten a lot of comments saying this macro doesn't work, but I think I know why. Make sure you don't keybind anything for the shift modifier of the keybind that you have this set to. Even if the slot on the action bar is blank, it will redirect your clicks to that button. So I have mine keybound to X. If I keybind anything to shift X, it's going to break the macro. I've had to make big changes to my melee macros. Blood Fury is actually on the global cooldown, which was not what I expected. The best solution I have right now is to simply add Raptor Strike to every melee ability, which still saves you a keybind. I've also removed pet attack from all of the melee macros. This gives you better control over your pet, so you can melee an enemy next to you while you shoot a target that's far away being tanked by your pet. This is a huge DPS increase because you're using both swing timers at the same time, your melee one and your ranged one. I get a lot of questions about my weapon timer. I'm using weapon swing timer from the Twitch client. I've modified it though to look just like the add-on Yet Another Hunter timer. I have both of the melee modules disabled, I don't really use them on my Hunter, and here are my settings for the ranged module if you want to get the same look. That's it for most of the changes. I have the new macro list in the description. If there's anything I missed or a change I didn't explain well enough, please leave a comment. I'm still working hard on the next video, guys. I should be able to finish editing as soon as I get situated for the new school semester. In other news, we have our first Twitter follower, boys. We've made it. Pack your bags. We're going to be rich. We got it made.